All right. Next post from our Twitter roundup comes from Samantha Russell. If you're not
Oh,
following Samantha and you are on Twitter, I cannot recommend her enough, as well as on LinkedIn. Her posts have depth to them. They're not sales pitches, they're actionable ideas. Pinned at the top of her profile today is 6 things that you should do with your advisory firm's website before year end. Matt, I thought it'd be helpful if we just walked through this for viewers. So the first, get Google reviews to the degree you're allowed to do that from a compliance perspective. Matt, how important is that?
it's huge. And I'm really hoping that FINRA actually pulls their head out of their butts and realize that this is just the way things are now. Yeah, it's vitally important. But your website does in FMG or 20/10 will actually make sure that you're set up to have your Google reviews be there. That's part of one of their packages. But yeah, I think it's vital. And I think this is what's going to happen, Jay. And you and I've talked about this for years. RIAs are just exploding in size right now because advisors are just leaving the ridiculous compliance oversight that really doesn't protect them from a broker-dealer level.
Yeah. So when in my consulting business, when I work with an advisor who's looking to break away, number one is better economics. And number two is not that they don't want to be compliant, but they would like to have the shackles taken off so they can do more as it relates to marketing.
Yeah.
All right. So number 2 on Samantha's list here is to use stories to make your point. Matt Halloran, it's like she had a conversation with you about that. What do advisors need to think about?
Yeah, so we have something called the perfect podcast formula, which is really the perfect media presentation formula, which is storytelling, education, entertainment, call to action. And this is exactly what Samantha is talking about here. People see themselves in stories, Jay, 10,000 years ago, we were all huddled around a fire, sharing pieces of burnt meat, telling stories. This is part of how we learn and how we feel part of a community, and you've got to have it on your website.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 3, add case studies to your website.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, again, this is compliance can get really grumpy about this if there's too much client information. But no, this is vital. Again, your marketing material should be telling people who you work with, why you work with them, what to expect, and most importantly, that they're already somebody that you work with. People want to do business with people they like, know, and trust. Case studies, stories. These are, in fact, a case study is just a story, just a little bit more organized.
Yeah. So there's an advisor out in California named Taylor Schulte. A lot of folks
Oh,
may
yeah.
know him from the advisor growth community. And I've told Taylor I do this. When an advisor asks me what their website should look like, I point to his all the time because he's really in tune with what's working now. And it changes a lot. And I noticed recently at the very top of his website, a case study targeted to his ideal client market. It's just brilliant. All right, number 4 from Samantha Russell's list on what you should do before the end of the year with your website and SEO. Make it easy to understand how and what you charge. Now, I have seen this before, and this particular graphic from Canopy Wealth, just brilliant.
I think one of the reasons why we aren't a trusted industry, Jay, is because we've never been transparent with how we charge or what the internal fees are on the products and services that we offer. I think that there's a huge level of transparency that's needed, and it's just good marketing. Good marketing sets clear expectations. This sets really clear expectations. You're not going to be in your third meeting with a client and waiting to close and having them see your fee structure and balk because you weren't transparent with your price. Yeah, this is really involved. I actually haven't seen this.
Yeah. I've taught advisors for years that if you cannot articulate how much you charge in 2 sentences, you've already lost them. So, all right. Number 5 from this list, add client testimonials. Compliance flags are going off as advisors are reading this. How do you get past this as an advisor, Matt?
You leave, right? You become your own RIA, dude. I know that sounds rough. Listen, disclosures and disclaimers can really make a huge difference, right? And we actually have to have those with testimonials, even if you're SEC registered, right? And so you just have to know how to play the game. There are companies out there that are trying to get ahead of this from a compliance standpoint with broker dealers, but this is why the broker dealer model is going to be gone soon. It's going to be gone.
All right. And number 6, make short 30-second to 2-minute videos of you talking through financial problem solving. And in here, she's got a image of Dave Zoller, who's just one of the best in the business at it. Matt, We're talking both our books here, but come on now.
Yeah. So here's the deal, though, bro. Look at that's 10 minutes, right? So video should be sub 5. That's just research plays this out. Now, he probably already has a huge fan base. So he's already going to have a whole bunch of people who are following him who are going to want longer form content. But the reason why video content is so powerful, and if you want to watch great videos, look at Sam's stuff. Oh my God. They're putting out videos all the time that are so good from a marketing perspective. And you and I both have some really good friends who work in the video world who can really help people create much better video. It's got to be short. It's got to be sweet. It's got to be to the point, and it's got to have one message. Don't do a 5 things that you need to know. Do a 1 thing that you need to do, and do a 5-part series. Video is king, man. It really is. We know it in the podcasting world. We actually do video for our clients now because you have to have video. Dude, that's why you and I are doing this.